Hey everyone, Travis Michael here. Today we're talking about how to apply for COVID-19 government assistance for small businesses, primarily in New Jersey. If you're anybody who owns a small business and has looked into any of the type of assistance programs, whether it's the Paycheck Protection Loan, Economic Injury Disaster Loan, or EIDL, and also the Targeted Advance, the Supplemental Targeted Advance, and also what the original advance from the EIDL was, you know that most of these programs you can't apply for anymore, either if you already missed the cutoff window, and then a lot of these programs have ended. Paycheck Protection Loan has ended. The EIDL Advance is kind of in limbo, depending on whether you're low income or, depending on what type of community you are. Most people are sitting in a queue waiting for the SBA to decide what they're going to do when they open up to regular people, the rest of people, I should say. But there is an available program in New Jersey called the COVID Emergency Grant Phase 4 is the program that's available to small businesses in New Jersey, and it's primarily geared towards businesses with less than 50 employees. I believe if you have more than 50 employees, you're going to be above the threshold for being able to apply. But if you haven't heard of the Phase 1 through 3, neither did I. And I was constantly in the know and keep myself updated with the other programs. I'm surprised I never heard about that one. Apparently New Jersey did have other programs that you could apply to. But anyway, the Phase 4 grant you can still apply for. There is a pre-registration window that you have to pre-register in order to receive the application, and that closes June 30th. So it's kind of a high priority situation. If you do want to apply, you got to do it soon, because we're recording this on June 23rd, so you only have about a week left to get into the pre-registration period, so you can get an application. So in this video, we're going to talk about what the program is, how to apply for it, how to pre-register, any of the information you're going to need that if you want to move forward with trying to get the grant. So the original pre-registration window came and went, and the applications came out for the people that have already pre-registered. But the NJ Economic Development Authority is the one who are overseeing the disbursement of funds. The NJEDA is what we're going to call it. They released some information regarding that they were going to reopen the application window. So I'm going to read a little bit about the details regarding the reopening of the application window, and also as far as what you're going to need and what type of business you might fall under, what type of category you're going to fall under, and then what eligibility requirements you need to meet. So this article gives a little detail about the program. There's $200 million in additional funds that just came to this program recently. It's going to include $20 million for bars and restaurants, $120 million for micro businesses, $10 million for child care providers, and $50 million for other small businesses and nonprofits with up to 50 full-time equivalent employees. Interested business owners and nonprofits will need to pre-register to access the application. Pre-registration reopened on Wednesday, May 26th, and will remain open for 5 weeks until Wednesday, June 30th. The applications will become available following the pre-registration period, as pre-registered applicants will be asked to return to complete an application based on the following schedule. So if you're a restaurant, a child care provider, or a small business with 6 or more full-time equivalent employees, you can begin applying for the application July 7th. But you need to pre-register in order to get that application. And same thing with the micro businesses with 5 or less full-time equivalent employees. Their applications become available July 8th. And the applications will remain open through July 15th and will be accepted on a first-come, first-served basis based upon the date and time the authority receives a completed application submission. The applicant must complete the full application to be considered for grant funding. So here it says the grant awards will be calculated based on the number of full-time equivalent employees. It says micro businesses with 5 or fewer and sole proprietors can receive up to $10,000. Businesses with 6 to 25 employees can receive up to $15,000. And businesses with 26 to 50 full-time employees will receive up to $20,000. So quickly, we're going to run through on the pre-registration process. I'm using an iPhone, so depending on what type of device, look a little different. Once you click on the link that's in the description of this video, it'll bring you to the NJEDA Online Application Center. you need to click on the first blue link, which says COVID Phase 4 Grant Application. The next page will say COVID Phase 4 Application List. Now you're going to click on the first blue link again, Start My Pre-Registration. This is the sign-in page, but since we do not have a sign-in yet, we need to create an account. Up on top, next to sign-in, and underneath the custom portal black banner up top, it says register. We're going to click on register. And now it says register for a new local account. You're going to supply an email, you make a username and a password. From here, the registration process is pretty simple. You don't need to put in too much information. So just do this real quick so at least you're in the system. If you decide you don't want to apply for the grant, if you don't need it, you don't think you're eligible, you don't have to move forward with the application. But just take a couple minutes, do the pre-registration, so at least you can apply if you decide to. Since we got the registration covered, that's all we're really concerned with for now. I'm going to do some more videos on what you can expect as far as the application process goes. You know, the information you're going to need, both on the company and for financial type information. I'm going to let you know what other questions it asks you, because there is some wording in there about what other funds have you received, whether assistance, whether it was the Paycheck Protection Loan, the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, or the Advance. So you're going to need all this information, but you won't need that until the application opens up, which is July 7th, and depending on what type of business, you might not be able to apply till July 8th. So check back for my other videos. I'm going to be doing more information on what you're going to need and what you expect, and I'm going to do some information on what the process was like for us. We went through it on the initial application period. We got in the pre-registration period back in April. We were eligible to apply May 3rd because we didn't receive any type of phase 1, 2, or 3 funding. So we were able to apply the first day the application came out. So if you stay tuned for other videos, I'm going to go over what you can expect, how long it takes. I'll let you know the status of our application, whether if we got approved, did we get funded, did we get declined, what can we expect, how much money did we get if we got approved. So stay tuned. I'm going to give you all that information, but the most important thing right now is I just want you guys to just get pre-registered. Now that you're pre-registered, you can get the application. And, you know, like I said, keep checking back. I'm going to give you updates, and any news that comes up on this program, I'm going to be trying to keep bringing it to you guys. If they decide to open pre-registration again the third time, I'll be doing more videos. So stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing.